Presented by Climate Power Education Fund. Does big oil care about our streets flooding or our homes burning? Not according to an ExxonMobil top lobbyist.
Did we aggressively fight against some of the science? Yes. We were looking out for our shareholders.
They care about profits, not people. Learn more at polluters.exposed.
Good morning. This is Send 7, World News in 7 minutes. I'm Namitha Raghunath, and today is Thursday, the 6th of May, 2021. Starting in the Americas today, Canada has authorized the use of the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine for children between the ages of 12 and 15. Canada is the first country to do so for that age group. Pfizer says its jab works well in the age group. Canada has already authorized the use of the Pfizer vaccine in people over the age of 16. The country has recorded more than 1.2 million coronavirus cases, and about 20% of those have been people under the age of 19. In the United States, President Joe Biden plans to vaccinate 70% of U.S. adults by the 4th of July. He also plans on vaccinating 12 to 15-year-olds as soon as possible.
2 months from today, families across the country are going to celebrate the 4th of July. Our goal by July 4th is to have 70% of adult Americans with at least one shot and 160 million Americans fully vaccinated. That means giving close to 100 million shots, some first shots, others second shots, over the next 60 days. Of course, Americans can still get shots after July 4th, but no one should wait. Let's try to hit that 70% mark, at least with one shot before that day. It's another huge goal.
In Colombia, yesterday a number of police stations were attacked as protests continued for a second week. Mayor Claudia Lopez requested the help of the army to protect the police stations. At least 24 people, including a police officer, have died since the protests started. More than 800 people have been injured in attacks between the police and protesters. The protests to oppose a tax reform started on the 28th of April. Asia. In Indonesia, a pharmaceutical company has allegedly been washing and reselling used COVID nasal swab test kits. Several employees have been arrested. Up to 9,000 passengers at an airport in Medan, Indonesia, may have been tested with reused swab sticks. Police said the reusing of swab tests have been happening for 6 months. The pharmaceutical company, Kimia Pharma, may now be facing a lawsuit. In Nepal, authorities at the Mount Everest base camp say they have seen a rising number of climbers with COVID-19 symptoms and positive tests. The authorities say there may be a serious outbreak. There has been 17 confirmed cases from hospitals in the capital, Kathmandu. Africa. In Nigeria, there are protests in the southeastern city of Enugu. The protests are over the disappearance of a popular Catholic preacher. Just days ago, Father Njike Mbaka called on President Muhammadu Buhari to resign. His video asking the president to resign has been widely shared. Father Mbaka, who is known for his strong political views, has not been seen in 2 days. In South Africa, the African National Congress has suspended Secretary General Ace Magashule. Mr. Magashule denies charges of fraud, corruption, and money laundering in a case involving tens of millions of dollars disappearing. The African National Congress has warned other members charged with corruption that they too face suspension if they don't resign in the next 30 days. Europe. In Scotland, today Scottish voters will head to the polls. It is said that today is the most important Scottish election since the Parliament was formed in 1999. The SNP, currently led by First Minister Nicola Sturgeon, is looking to win again. The SNP plans to get Boris Johnson into allowing a second referendum. The referendum will be about Scotland gaining independence from the United Kingdom. However, Prime Minister Boris Johnson said he feels now is not the time to have a second referendum.
I think that most people in Scotland, most people around the whole of the UK feel that this is not the time, as we're coming forwards out of a pandemic together, this is not the time to have a reckless and I think irresponsible second referendum. We had one only a few years ago. I think what most people want is to focus on the country.
In Kosovo, health workers began receiving the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine yesterday. This is after they refused to take the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. Recent figures say only 1% of Kosovo's population have been vaccinated, and that supplies are very low. And finally, a bottle of French wine that orbited the Earth for more than a year has been put up for sale. The bottle spent 14 months in orbit as part of a study on food and agriculture. The bottle is estimated to be sold at $1 million. And that's your world news in 7 minutes. Find transcripts and more at send7.org. Please support us by leaving a review on your podcast app. Follow us on social media at Send7Podcast. I'm Namitha Raghunath, and tomorrow you will be with Stephen DeVincenzi. Have a great day.
Things I thought could never happen. Me in a punk band?
What?
We Are Lady Parts, a new original comedy streaming only on Peacock.
A confused mix of hash anthems and sour girl power. Syra, vocals. Aisha, drummer. Bisma, bassist. Mumtaz, band manager. And me, Amina, lead guitar.
You were really good until you puked all over the front row. Ew.
We Are Lady Parts, all episodes streaming now. Only on Peacock.
What do you know about Dr. Dunch?
Based on the unbelievable true story.
I can't make sense of this.
Dr. Death.
Dunch has 2 deaths that we know of.
Starring Joshua Jackson with Christian Slater and Alec Baldwin.
I am going to fix you.
All episodes streaming now, only on Peacock.